One of the most common animals found in dreams is the snake. When a snake symbol appears in a dream, it indicates that something significant is happening in the unconscious. Snakes are complicated symbols because they can have both positive and negative meanings. Snakes typically represent a person in the dreamer's life who exhibits low, dirty, toxic, or poisonous behavior. A snake symbolizes both negative and toxic thoughts, fear, worries, running away from something, and also positive transformation, regeneration, growth, or rebirth. Snakes can also represent something related to health or healing. The snake in dreams can also symbolize sexuality, masculinity, and fertility. A snake in your dream may represent something in your life that is unpredictable and out of your control. A snake in your dream can symbolize a person whose behavior resembles a snake. It can be someone who follows you everywhere, constantly keeps thinking about you, or their behavior is very toxic, if not dangerous. A snake within a nightmare is a very good indication that your subconscious feels there is a toxic person in your life that is an immediate threat. Seeing multiple snakes can represent multiple toxic people or a toxic situation that has many facets to it. Dreaming of poisonous snakes heralds the advent of bad events. It can either mean that your thoughts are toxic and poisonous, or you keep surrounding yourself by something that is poisoning your life. A snake in a dream that is not terrifying will either mean the snake represents a health or healing issue or a toxic person or situation that isn't in the red alert stage yet. To see a baby snake in your dream means that you are underestimating the threat. Being strangled by a snake in a dream indicates you are about to say something that you might regret later. Being chased by a snake in a dream, it expresses a sense of internal danger. If you kill the snake, or if the snake is dead, then it means that this threat has passed or that you have overcome it. If you dreamed the snake was in your house, look for potentially toxic people or stress factors under your roof. If you dream of a snake inside a box, it implies that you are refusing to acknowledge some part of your subconscious. If a snake bites you in a dream, ask yourself if there are any health issues that are beginning to get better or an emotional wound that seems to be healing. Fear of being bitten by a snake in a dream reveals that you are unnecessarily putting yourself in a challenging situation where you are losing or don't have full control over your life because you are weakened and are thus a simple target for people with bad intentions. Dreaming of black snakes do not predict anything good. The black snake symbolizes the obstacle you are facing or will face. If you dream of a black snake, it is better to avoid any arguments, disputes, and not to sign suspicious contracts. Seeing a yellow snake in a dream indicates that there is something you really want, but you're not going after it because you're afraid of the unknown or something new you're not used to. A snake that ignores you in a dream is an indication that you are afraid of losing something valuable. If a snake attacks a loved one in a dream, then that person could be the one dealing with a health or emotional issue. To dream someone you dislike gets bitten by snake could reflect your desire to take them down with your own biting remarks and wounding words. A dead snake in a dream can often indicate that you have overcome an obstacle that made your life difficult. It can also predict the end of a difficult situation, or liberation from toxic or self-destructive thoughts. To see a snake on your bed suggests that you are feeling sexually overpowered or sexually threatened. If you find yourself sexually interested in a man, snakes may begin to appear in your dreams in a non-threatening manner. If you are afraid of the snake, then it signifies your fears of sex, intimacy, or commitment. To dream that you are eating a live snake indicates that you are looking for intimacy or sexual fulfillment. Snakes can also represent temptation. It may be that someone or something is leading you astray. If the snake is surrounding your body, then this dream is a direct interpretation of entrapment, which may be connected to a love affair. The snake in your dream can be symbolic of a person around you who is callous, evil, and ruthless. If your dream left you with a positive feeling, then the snake dream represents positive change, self-renewal, growth, knowledge, and wisdom. If you are fighting with the snake, then it means that you are fighting against change. If you're seeing a large number of snakes in your dream or are surrounded by snakes, you may be in a life stage where you feel as if it is too much for you or as if you had a heavy load on your shoulders. If the snake in your dream is outside, it can be a message that it is time to get things out in the open with a toxic person. If a rattlesnake appears in your dream, it may be warning you about a toxic person in your life or telling you to start paying attention to warning signs a certain person may be displaying. Snake dreams are normally about people we don't trust. If you dream about snakes on a regular basis, it might be that something has appeared during the day which is troubling you. Seeing a snake in a dream may be reminding you to remain calm and stay flexible in whatever situation you are currently dealing. To dream of charming a snake, or having control of a snake, can signify that you have control over your fears. If you are hypnotized by a snake, this indicates that your rights are going to be maintained. If the snake is on the floor performing, or on a carpet, this shows the bitterness and emptiness that you are currently feeling will soon pass. A two-headed snake could mean you have conflicting views about something in your life. Snakes with more than two heads could signify the number of fears you have that are holding you back in life. Dreaming of a snake in the grass means that you are going to hear the news that will upset you, and which involve frustration, regret, and depression. If you are swallowed by a snake, then this means you need to consider your reasons for thinking negatively, and you need to return to the real world and be content and happy. If you find yourself in ancient times visualizing snakes in your dream, this means it is time for you to embrace a situation and transform the good from it, in order to progress in life. If one sees his garden covered with snakes in a dream, it means that its trees will bear fruits and exceed the normal crop. When a snake appears in your dreams, it most likely acts as an animal spirit guide inviting you to look at important facts or dynamics that are impacting your life. To dream of a viper, it indicates that forces in your working life are threatening you. A dream featuring a snake invites you to check what in your life is poisonous and to look at important matters before they sneak up on you and create more damage or difficulty. If your dream involves a domesticated snake, then this indicates you are in the process of overcoming difficult times. If you dream that the snake coils itself around you or other people, this means you are likely to be in a position of power in the future, but which will be taken away from you very quickly. To dream of riding on the back of a snake represents feelings about something dangerous you are using to scare people away from you. A snake may also represent a bad influence or a person that you don't like. A person with no family values. Snakes may also reflect bad habits, people, or situations that sour your mood, spirit, or good intentions. If you see children playing with snakes, or that you are playing with a snake, this dream indicates that you are going to be able to distinguish between enemies and true personalities in the future. A copper-colored snake represents a fear of losing an opportunity to get something you are desperate to have. A light brown snake represents a fear of loss or total failure due to an improvement in your life. To dream of a dark brown snake may represent a fear of an improvement in your life spoiling other areas of your life. Black snakes usually represent a fear of total failure. A white snake represents a fear of total loss caused by a requirement to be perfect. To dream of a light blue snake represents a positive person or situation that scares you with losing all you have if you don't behave positive. A dark green snake represents a corrupting influence that is selfish, arrogant, or greedy. To see a snake rising up in the air is a direct indication of conspiracy. To feed a snake means you have been undertaking hard work and it is time to refresh your mind and think about what will make you feel all creative. To see the snakes near you in a dream or if you are handling a snake, this indicates you are going to have a strategy to overcome obstacles. If you step aside or avoid a snake or to let the snake pass, this dream indicates that your efforts will help you overcome any obstacle that may stand in your way. If you find yourself walking over snakes in the dream, then this indicates you are going to be able to change your own visions and destiny. If the snake spoke words in your dream, then it is important to recognize that this is instinctive wisdom. Falling into a pit or hole with snakes indicates that you will need to review how you approach your connections at work. If you see entwined snakes, it means that you need to look after your health, try and watch your diet and eat better. To find yourself with a bite mark on your body or to see scars can remind you that you should not lose focus in life. If you dreamed of a snake bite on your right hand, it indicates a negative experience will soon happen in near future. If a snake has bitten you on your left hand, it represents your weakness in life.